Around 300,000 years ago, the world was a very different place. Humans were not at the top of the food chain. In fact, they weren't even close to it. They were just one of many species of hominids trying to survive in a world full of danger. But humans were smart, and by working together and using their brains, they were able to outlast all the other hominids and become the dominant species on Earth. This is the story of the first humans. Our story begins in Africa, where the world was a wild and dangerous place. The climate was hot and dry, and there was very little vegetation. This made it hard for early humans to find food, but it also meant that there was very little shelter from predators. Early humans were constantly on the move, and their lives were a constant struggle to survive. Despite the challenges they faced, humans were able to adapt and evolve. They developed tools to help them hunt and gather food, and they learned how to control fire, which helped them to cook their food and stay warm at night. They also began to work together in groups, which gave them the strength to take on larger prey and defend themselves against predators. One of the most important things that humans did was to start working together in groups. Humans are social creatures, and this means that we live and work together in groups. This is different from most other animals, which are either solitary or live in groups led by an alpha male. Humans don't have an alpha male. We all work together as equals. This may seem like a small thing, but it is actually what set humans apart from all the other animals and allowed us to become the dominant species on Earth. Humans also began to develop language, which allowed us to communicate more effectively and work together more closely. Language also helped humans to develop culture, which is the set of beliefs and behaviors that are shared by a group of people. Culture is important because it allows humans to pass on knowledge and traditions from one generation to the next. It's one of the things that makes us human. Humans were able to use their intelligence and adaptability to spread to all parts of the world. They traveled to new lands and adapted to new environments. They also continued to develop new technologies which helped them to survive in a variety of environments. One of the most important technologies that humans developed was agriculture. Agriculture is the practice of growing crops and raising animals for food. It's one of the most important things that humans do. Before agriculture, humans were hunter-gatherers, which means that they got their food by hunting animals and gathering plants. This is a difficult way to get food because it's unpredictable. You never know when you'll be able to find enough food for your group. But with agriculture, humans were able to grow their own food. This made it easier to find food, and it also gave humans more free time. With more free time, humans were able to develop more complex technologies and more complex societies. So there you have it, the story of how humans became the dominant species on Earth. It's a story of struggle and survival, but ultimately a story of triumph. Humans are the only species of hominid that survived, and we have our intelligence and adaptability to thank for that. We are able to work together in groups, to develop new technologies, and to adapt to new environments. These are the things that set us apart from all of the other animals and allowed us to become the dominant species on Earth. But the story of humans is far from over. There are billions of us alive today, and we continue to change the world around us in big and small ways. Where our story will end is anyone's guess. But one thing is for sure, it will be a story of struggle and survival, but ultimately a story of triumph. Because humans are the only species of hominid that survived. And we have our intelligence and adaptability to thank for that. We are able to work together in groups, to develop new technologies, and to adapt to new environments. These are the things that set us apart from all the other animals and allowed us to become the dominant species on Earth. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe for more.